Why do so many men collapse before reaching their true potential? It's not for lack of talent or lack of opportunity. That's just an excuse, an easy veil to hide a brutal truth. Join me on this amazing journey to uncover the truth. The truth is, most men give in to a deep inner weakness, invisible to the naked eye, but one that ruins any chance of true success. The inability to control themselves. They are prisoners of their most turbulent emotions, slaves to their most basic and animalistic impulses, dominated by the whims and demands of their own bodies. This lack of control condemns them to a limited existence where distractions, overflowing passions, and a lack of discipline drag them toward failure, even when talent and circumstances are in their favor. But today, right here, right now, we're going to reveal what very few have the courage to teach you: the art and science of total self-mastery. You will learn to transform your being from within, to become a silent strategist who acts with precision, an invisible warrior to the world, lethal to any challenge, and above all, absolutely free. Free because they have conquered their fears, their impulses, and have forged their will like a sharpened sword that cuts through any obstacle. Only in this way, and not in any other, is real power achieved. Supreme mastery over oneself and over the destiny one decides to chart. Chapter 1. The first battlefield. The first battlefield isn't out there. It's not other people, it's not society or the world. The first and most formidable enemy is you. Your mind that wanders aimlessly, your body that demands and desires without control, your heart that trembles before uncertainty, before the abyss. Machiavelli knew it. The man who can't govern himself, can't govern others. And yet we spend our whole lives trying to control the outside world, without ever taming the furious storm we carry inside. Do you crave power? Start by looking in the mirror. But not to admire yourself, no, look at yourself to discover the invisible chains that still bind you. Can you sit in silence for an hour without touching your phone, without any distractions, without wanting anything more than to be completely in tune with yourself? If the answer is no, my friend, then you are not yet free. Weak men, they need noise. They run from silence because in it they inevitably hear their truth. They feel broken, scattered, empty. Silence isn't the absence of sound, it's the overwhelming presence of yourself. Machiavelli said it best: he who knows the end he pursues need not fear the means he employs. But to discover that end, to see clearly first, you have to learn to be quiet. Practice silence, not as a punishment, but as a tool for building power. When you are quiet, you observe. And when you observe, you understand. And when you understand, you stop reacting like a wild animal. There, right there, true mastery begins. Chapter 2, the temple and the prison, mastering your body. Your body, it is the temple of your soul, yes, but it can also be its cruelest prison. Your energy, your vitality, your focus, everything, absolutely everything, depends on the vehicle you inhabit. Look at modern man, hunched back, dull gaze, shallow breathing that barely gives him life. How, tell me, are you going to conquer the world if you can't even conquer your most basic habits? Wake up before sunrise. Strengthen your body every day as if you were preparing for war. Eat like you're feeding an elite warrior, not a slave to fleeting cravings. Sleep with iron discipline, and above all, resist instant gratification. If this message is speaking to you right now, if you feel that pang of recognition, it's because a fire burns within you that won't settle for an average life. A quiet, yet firm voice that whispers to you, I was born for more. Pause for a moment, take a deep breath. Look at yourself from the outside like a strategist looking at a map. Are you the one in charge of your life, or are you just reacting to never-ending chaos? If anything you've heard so far made you stop, question yourself, or even made you uncomfortable, write it down. Say it right now, I master myself. Say it with intention, with strength. Let's forge this indomitable character together. Physical self-control is basically mental self-control. Every time you deny yourself a fleeting pleasure, your willpower gets stronger. And willpower is the sword of the strong. Here comes metacognition, that amazing ability to watch your own thoughts without becoming them. Imagine you're sitting on a throne, the throne of your awareness, and your thoughts are subjects coming to offer you ideas, advice, even poison. Are you going to obey the first one that arrives without question? Or are you going to evaluate them one by one, like a wise, cool, and calculating king? Be the observer. And when you feel angry, don't say, "I am angry." Say, "There is anger in me." When fear creeps in, don't think, "I am a coward." Say, "Fear is visiting me." That small distance, that tiny separation changes everything. That's where true mind control begins. Emotions aren't the problem. The problem is letting them control you. The quiet strategist doesn't suppress their emotions, they transform them. They use sadness for introspection, anger as fuel, fear as a warning, and love as a compass, but they never, ever act on autopilot. The ancient wise people knew this deep down inside. There's no greater victory than the victory over yourself. Do you know why Julius Caesar was so great? Because before conquering Rome, he conquered his own impatience. And when the decisive moment arrived, he knew when to attack and when to wait with the calmness of a predator. Discipline is the bridge between wanting something and actually having it. And most people never cross it. Many wish they were strong, but they don't want to get up when the alarm clock rings. Many want power, but they can't say no to a simple text message, to a quick temptation, to a cheap excuse. Discipline isn't about being stiff, it's about structure. It's about order, it's about direction. A river without banks overflows and gets lost. A mind without discipline scatters into 1,000 useless pieces. Make your day a true work of military art. Precise routines, consistent habits, clear, sharp goals, and fundamentally the ruthless elimination of distractions. Because every minute you give in to distraction is one less brick in building your personal empire. Chapter 4, The Art of Invisibility. Strategy and Silent Presence. The silent warrior doesn't brag. He doesn't show off. He doesn't need other people's approval. He works from the shadows, while others crave social media likes. Do you know the strategist's greatest power? Invisibility. No one knows what they're planning. No one sees them coming. And when they act, when their masterstroke is executed, it's already too late for everyone else. Don't explain your goals. Execute them. Don't respond to insults. Raise your standards. Don't show your cards. Play silently. As Sun Tzu said, all warfare is based on deception. And the best way to deceive the world is to make them underestimate you. So far, you've started to understand the basics, the inner battle, mastering your body, controlling your mind, the power of silence, the hidden strategy. But this, my friend, is just the beginning. Now I'll reveal the deepest secrets. Mental self-programming, emotional manipulation through self-control, and how to build a will so strong that not even death itself can break it. Because remember this, true power isn't external. It's invisible, silent, deadly, and you're about to awaken it. Chapter 5. Rewriting Your Destiny, Mental Reprogramming. Your mind is like fertile ground, vast and full of potential. But most people have let weeds grow, insecurity, anxiety, limiting beliefs that choke them. The silent strategist doesn't accept their original programming. They rewrite it, word by word, thought by thought. How? With powerful affirmations repeated silently like war chants, not to trick yourself, but to retrain yourself. Because what you repeat intensely gets etched into the deepest part of your being with strategic visualization. It's not dreaming about success. No, it's seeing yourself acting with mastery, every step, every decision. Sun Tzu would say it like this: victory is won before entering the battle. With selective reading, feed your mind with fire, not with garbage. Machiavelli, Nietzsche, Marcus Aurelius. From them, you learn to think like an emperor in a land of slaves. With directed inner dialogues, don't let your mind talk to you like you're a weak child. Respond like a general to a soldier, firm, strategic, no mercy for self-pity. Chapter 6. The magnetic presence, influence, and emotional control. Here we enter a more dark, if you will, territory, because whoever masters their own emotions doesn't just control themselves, they can influence others with amazing mastery. Have you ever wondered why some men walk into a room and everyone instinctively turns their heads? First, it's because of their appearance, yes, but above all, it's because of the contained energy they emanate. It's because of the magnetic silence they project. It's because of an absolute emotional control. Machiavelli said, "It's much safer to be feared than loved if you can't be both." And we've already broken down that powerful statement on this channel. But how do you achieve that kind of presence, that aura of power with emotional mastery? When everyone else gets upset, you stay calm. When others react without thinking, you calculate every move. When someone provokes you, you simply smile. That, my friend, throws them off. That intimidates, that attracts. And in social situations, whoever controls their emotions controls, by extension, the reactions of others. Chapter 7. The power of strategic inaction. There are times, yes, there are times when doing nothing is the most powerful action. Sun Tzu said, "Sit by the river long enough and you'll see your enemy's body float by." Most people want to react. They want to act. They want immediate answers. But the strategist waits, observes, calculates. Don't make decisions when you're overcome with emotion. Don't respond in the heat of the moment. Don't speak when you can rule with silence. Stillness is not being passive, no. It's the amazing art of resisting urgency to make your best move at the perfect time. I'll give you a history lesson. When Machiavelli was kicked out of politics and locked up, did he yell? Did he beg? No, he waited. He read, he wrote. He wrote The Prince, and with that book he returned to power without moving a single army. Chapter 8. The Warrior's Ritual. Structure and Solitude. Chaos is defeated with structure, and every warrior needs a ritual. You want real power? Design your day like a ceremony of discipline. Mornings, wake up before the sun, cold water, deep breaths, move your body, reading, writing, silence. Affirm, today I won't be a victim of my own bad habits. Today I will be my own master. Daytime, active body, focused mind, deep work without interruptions. Say no to anything that makes you weaker, sugar, distractions, needless negativity. Talk less, listen more. Nighttime, reflect, think about your mistakes, but don't feel bad or sad. Meditate for a little while. Read something wise, sleep like a king, safely tucked away in his castle. Do this, do it for 90 days, and you won't even recognize yourself. Solitude. It's not a punishment, it's the forge of a leader. Nietzsche lived in isolation. Machiavelli was exiled. Sun Tzu wrote in seclusion. Great people aren't afraid to be alone. They're afraid of being just like everyone else. Do you know what solitude reveals to you? What you truly desire, what you're afraid to face, where you are weak. And right there in that bareness of your being is where you can build. Because without the noise of others, you hear your inner voice, the one that guides you. Don't run from solitude, invite it in, dwell in it. There, the sacred fire of self-mastery is cultivated. Chapter 9, Unbreakable Will, Detachment and Inner Power. When nothing controls you, anything is possible. Detachment isn't indifference, it's having power over what you love without it weakening you. Are you going to fall apart because someone left you on red? Are you going to lose your mind over one failure? Are you going to stop acting out of fear of what others think? The strategist isn't chained down. They love, but they don't lose themselves in another person. They enjoy things, but they aren't enslaved by them. They are confident, but they never ever give up their core. Machiavelli said, "He who wants everything loses everything. The one who clings loses power." That's why detachment is strength, because whoever isn't afraid to lose has already won. Here we arrive at the core, at the very essence of your being, willpower, that fire that makes you get up when no one is watching, that makes you act even when it hurts, that makes you keep going even when everyone tells you not to. Nietzsche called it the will to power, not as domination over others, but as a creative, wild, divine impulse. How do you cultivate that will? Start by doing the hard thing every day. Don't ask for motivation, forge character, look pain in the eye. Learn to enjoy the sacrifice, because whoever can do what they hate as if they loved it, that person is already invincible. Final chapter, the invisible master. The true master becomes invisible. They don't compete, they don't argue, they don't show off needlessly. They are there, but no one sees them. They act, but no one notices. They influence without touching. Sun Tzu said it best: be so subtle that you are invisible. Be so mysterious that you are intangible. This is ghost mode. Don't share your plans, don't give explanations, don't respond to provocations, move in silence, let your achievements speak for themselves, and while the world shouts, you move forward. You are no longer the same person who started this journey. You have seen your mind as a fortress, your body as a temple, your will as a sharpened sword. You have understood that true power does not reside in muscles nor in external riches. It resides within you, in your immense capacity to govern yourself, to resist, to move forward without permission. Machiavelli, Sun Tzu, they weren't gods, they were men like you, but men who dared to think differently, to act with an ancient strategy, to master themselves before daring to master the world. This is your moment. Choose today to be the silent strategist, the invisible warrior, the master of your own destiny, because in the end, the greatest victory is not over the world, it's over yourself. And if this message resonated with you, if you feel that this channel is a key part of your inner transformation journey, then subscribe right now, not on a whim, but as a conscious and powerful decision. You won't find any fluff here. Here we forge inner empires. In a world that celebrates brute strength and victory over others, few understand that the greatest battle is the one we fight silently against our own fears, impulses, and weaknesses. Whoever manages to master themselves doesn't need to conquer anyone else, because they have already reached the highest peak a human being can aspire to, inner freedom. And if you're ready to seal this commitment to yourself, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next amazing story.